Peace, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful ass, magical ass moment in time. What's up, y'all? Miss me? I miss you. You miss Gypsy too? Gypsy, you better not look me in my face. You don't do that. What you want, Gypsy? You in the middle of my video. Tripping. And breathing all your hot dog breath. Gypsy is tripping. Let's get out for a second since Gypsy wants to walk. I felt led to chime in for a second because I've been having to stop myself for a minute to, just take a break. Because, your girl be running around like an ant diligently. Man, so much has transpired. My week has been somebody's month, trust that. But where have I been? None of your business, but I'll share it. Only because there's an elect few out there that are dumbfounded to the times. Y'all have to remember that we were told that we have to watch for listening for sudden peace and safety. And just when it feels peaceful, have you noticed that no one's really tripping off the times or going into detail about what's up? Everybody, from what I've seen, popularity-wise, people are becoming famous for talking about other people or capitalizing off of talking about other people, or people are becoming famous for just stupid stuff. It doesn't make any sense. I don't keep my mind on that. I more or less stay in a place of preparation. Come here, Gypsy. Come on. Will you stop jumping out of windows? Seriously. Sit down. Sit. Sit down, Gypsy. Gypsy, sit your ass down. Thank you. Damn. Really? So look, I want to chime in for a minute because ever since I was 8 years old, I began to have visions about the world, what's happening in the world right now, what's gonna happen in the world. So my whole life I've been in training for this. From the people I've met to the friends I've been around, from things I've learned about holistic health, not being attached to things of this world, just being so willing, and it's so easy for me to walk away from anything that does not serve my highest good, anything that's going to keep me from the kingdom of heaven. This is why when God called me to walk away from a whole lot of things, not just, skyrisers or mansions that you guys don't know about, but celebrity relationships, it's true. What profit is it for a man to gain the whole world yet to lose his soul? My guys just instructed me that they want me to begin to do like a mini documentary. I already do the House of El, so that's a lot of that documentary of you guys seeing what it's like for me to live off grid. But at the same time, to begin to share another small portion documentary of little things that has to be done that are actually big things. And I strongly feel that this is vital to share it with you, because what it is that I'm being personally prepared for, mind, body, spirit, and soul, I've been prepared for my whole entire life. Many people don't know this at all about myself because I don't share it, but I'm sharing it with you now. But I've been teaching disaster prep classes for over 10 years. I've been a personal disaster prepper myself since I was 8 years old. So trust me when I say that we're already in position and we're already in a very divine, peaceful space. So people can laugh and mock and ridicule all they want to, but those that are laughing, trust me when I say that they're not at all in a place of preparation. What is so divinely sad about everything is that this is not a laughing matter. This is not something that you joke about. And if you are joking and laughing about someone living on land where they have to wipe their ass with leaves, hopefully you have land where you can wipe your ass with leaves, because it is at a place now where it has come to that. Americans, as an American, a lot of you are not in America. Shout out to everybody overseas. But if you're in America, we are a very spoiled people. We have been very spoiled. Gypsy loves the grass. She always does that. We have been very spoiled, y'all. Like, we'll run the shower water just to get our clothes out for the shower, or we'll go out to eat and waste money, or ouch, Gypsy, or splurge on food, just unnecessary spending. Let's put it like this. My Uber bill between transportation and food alone was $10,000 a month. So that just goes to show how much we are very wasteful. But at the same time, I was in this mind space like, it's not going to be here anyways. I know I'm going to transition out of this. So I've never become attached to money or material things. That's never been me. It's just come to me. I've always been in a zenful space where I never had to worry about anything, mainly because of my integrity and because I do people right and I treat others and do others the way that I want to be done. I have so many connections right now to where I can literally drive down the street and literally have not one dime in my pocket, but I can pull up at a friend's gas station and pay them later for gas. And the bartering system that I personally have in place is a bartering system from heaven, because it is part of my birthright. But what's even deeper about the whole entire process of what's happening right now is that I really don't feel that a lot of y'all you have a clue at all about what we are experiencing right now, because it's not so much in your face. It's already happening right now. Like, y'all don't even realize how serious this is and how serious it's going to be. A lot of people are upset with the trumpet, but they don't realize that the trumpet is about his money. You know, when he came into the White House, he saw all kind of people with their skirt up America's, hand up America's skirt, and he was like, no, y'all finna pay for this. And they were just like, who is this guy? And he was like, why you worry about who I am? I'm the trumpet. So he started firing everybody. But when he did that firing, what it did was cause a lot of enemies to be upset because they were exposed. And that's what happened. When the enemy gets exposed, they start getting upset. So a lot of companies have traded and bartered to trade against America. But not just so much for that, because of that reason, but America has a lot of karma today to pay, because America has done a lot of dirt to a lot of people, not just their own citizens, but to a lot of ancestral energies. Even where I live now, like where they moved us, like no homes or nothing was built there for years. And it's deep, because we even know, like, as we are on the path of the Trail of Tears, or we have been brought back to where we reside, we have become one with the universe. We know about the spirits on the land. The spirits, they try to torment us at first, but we stood our ground and we became even that much more empowered. But it's not just the spirits of the land who have been wrongfully murdered up on our land, but I can just use my own personal story and share with y'all what it is that you're about to see from the spirits of the lands, even of America and the outsides of America, who have participated in the wars of innocent blood on the lands of America, as well as Israel, the children of Israel, God's people, being given back their birthright and being in a divine place to be able to identify when their birthright is at risk for being taken away from them, and or feeling as if certain material things is the end all be all of life. I don't care what I've had: Mercedes, Range Rovers, mansions, tennis bracelets, diamond rings. I've never been attached to any of that stuff. Stop, Gypsy. It's been so easy for me to just walk away from it, for the simple fact that I know that I'm nothing without God. And it's very draining to be in a space where I am off grid. I share with y'all, it takes me about an hour, a little bit over an hour, to drive out of the mountain just to give y'all a message every day. But then to be in a place where it's like people come against me and I don't even know these people. And because I'm such a loving person and I'm so filled with love, of course, at first I was like, dang, why these people, just being mean? I don't even know them at all. And God made it very clear to me, if they're not for you and you're doing the works of my kingdoms, they're demons. Period. There's no other way to put it. They're demons. So I was like, oh, God, that's all you had to say. So I realized that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and spirits and rulers of high places. And I also realized, too, that a lot of y'all don't know what's coming to America. Y'all, I know you're doing your best right now to ignore it as much as possible, just to wait and see what happens. But why wait and see what happens versus prepare now? God's people, we're behind the scenes working diligently like ants. And trust me when I say it is very interesting to go from living in a skyriser to be able to push a button at a drop of a hat any second and to get anything that you want and have unlimited heat and unlimited water and a business center and a pool at a drop of a hat, but then to also be placed in another space where you have to not only learn to live off grid, but also show others what it is that everybody is going to experience, not only in America, but for those who have laid in the bed with America. I feel also that many of y'all are in this place where y'all are about to find out that a lot of y'all who y'all have stayed around to because you felt like you couldn't leave these specific people or to go on your path where God has called you, you're going to find that these specific people are going to turn on you. They're going to be the very ones who are going to come against you, and you're going to be very upset with yourself for not taking the hint or not, let's just say listening to your voice or a higher voice telling you what you needed to do and to follow through with it. Relationships is everything. Connections is everything. Even if you feel that, a person is, a certain way because they hold some type of symbol or symbology or something. For example, like this one of the streets that I have to drive down, a couple of my neighbors, they have Confederate flags. But I end up stopping at their house on a couple of different occasions. And to this day, to the second, we're all, let's put it this way, associates. And they're nothing energetically wise compared to what that flag is saying about them. They are totally different people. They're way cooler than that. And they'll even say, no, this ain't us. But my thing is, it's about relationships and looking at the message a little deeper. Because what if I was scared, like, no, they killed niggas back here, and I didn't, let's just say stand in my power and not fear, because that's what it is. It's fear, and say, they can fly all the flags they want to, but this is my land, and know that and stand on that. Then I wouldn't have had the connections, and I would not have the connections and relationships that I have now. The thing that I know strongly about my ancestors is that my ancestors are barterers. And for many of you out there, you may not even have a dime to your name at all. But I even found myself in a position where, walking away from a $250,000 business. But right now it's like I got a whole entire bartering system set up. There is nothing that we need at all. And I feel like a lot of y'all, there's nobody that's not only in a position to show you. There's a few people, but I feel that I need to start showing y'all a little bit more about actually what it consists of. A lot of stuff I didn't show you because it was hard to try to put it up and to record it at the same time. But I do feel that y'all do need to know what you're getting yourself into. Not what you're getting yourself into, but what you're going to be thrown into. So if you see like the House of L episodes that I put out, or some little clips, that's me trying to show y'all what we have to do for insulation, or my tiny homes, or wood, or heat, or showering, or praying, and then also one thing I've noticed as well is that I'm in a position to be able to do something about all those things. A lot of y'all are in cities or major cities to where once all the power goes out, once all the light goes out, what are you going to do with not only your sewage, but what is your neighbor doing with all their sewage? And if they don't properly dispose of their sewage right, then you're going to get sick from it. And also, once you do get sick, what do you do about that sickness? If the hospitals are closed, do you even know the plants? Do you know the vegetations around you? Do you know the trees? Do you know how to call forth help from the universe? I've been in such a vast place with nature that the deers are showing up on my property. Snakes show up on my property. They don't bite. They don't come near us. They leave us alone. The rabbits, cows, the neighbors' goats find their way some way on our property. But it's just walking one with nature. Hummingbirds, bluebirds, eagles everywhere. But being in a place where I don't have to worry about getting all this extra weaponry outside of myself, realizing that I am the weapon. And if I call right now, if I truly called right now, I know, without a shadow of a doubt in my spirit, I know that there's all type of shadow beings and people of the caves and UFOs and grays and whatever gonna step forward on my behalf. Animals, everything on my behalf, because I call them and I have a sacred cry to them and a sacred call. And not only that, what I truly realize is everybody's getting all this weaponry. They're like, how do we protect ourselves? What do I do? Where do I go? But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the only way that you're gonna be able to protect yourself from what's coming and what's stepping through these portals and what we're about to go through, the only way you're gonna be protected is if you vibrate 100% in holistic love. And it has to be authentic holistic love. People that come against people and talk about them, that just goes to show more of their anger and more of a space of their dissension. As we ascend higher, trust me, there are going to be so many that are upset with you and they want to pull you down and pull you into their misery. But you don't allow that to pull you into your misery. You continue to vibrate in love no matter what someone else is like. You still operate in love. If someone chooses to leave you or someone chooses to break your heart, allow them to do that. Just you make a plan that you're going to set your own personal boundaries to where if they're going to trip and they keep doing that, then you're not going to deal with that at all. Because people are going to treat you the way that you let them treat you, and you got to teach people how to treat you. And if you want people to keep disrespecting you like that, and keep not saying nothing. But what I strongly know right now is when the water is off, when it's frigid temperatures, negative, below 30, below zero outside, what do you have in your homes that you're going to be able to warm yourselves with? What are you going to do to cook? Even like, for example, I don't have a refrigerator, but I've already, with my business, New Meals, I've already been doing, fully raw meals, things like that. So we love eating fresh fruits and vegetables, and it's automatically medicine. So I don't get sick, and I can be around anybody else who's sick and heal them just from my frequency alone, because I'm already vibrating at 144,000 megahertz. These are things that you don't have to think about, because I grew up in all the cities, I've been to all the major cities. I was born in Florida, grew up in California, moved to Chicago, lived in New York, so, and a few other places in America, and was overseas for a minute. But what I'm telling y'all is that America is not ready for what's coming. And while people are busy hating on each other versus building integrity for themselves and holistic relationships and holistic connections, trust me, whatever energy is put out right now, whatever energy people are using right now, it's going to come against them. As a matter of fact, anyone who's come against me, God is already coming against them. God told them, touch not my anointing and suffer my prophets no harm. And I tried to warn them, but they ain't listening, so that's none of my business now. I do know also that many of you out there have been asking God for things to give you more. Like, you'll feel like you're at a standstill because everybody's income has shifted. So you may feel like you don't have as much as you used to. I put out a couple of videos about it, but I was talking about the reason that you don't have as much as you used to have is because God loves you. And He does not want you to be distracted with having too much, that you're not being a good steward over what it is that you already have. For example, I just remember shopping all day, every day. We got so bored shopping. That's why I'm taking care of a single mommy. And that's why I decided to share what I have with others, because it does get boring shopping all the time. With nothing else to do but shop, there's nothing else I could buy. Nothing else, because I bought everything. So I also realized too, like, I would buy so much, I would just have $1,000 camera and the camera would be broken and I wouldn't even care. I'd just go buy another one, But I'm sharing this with you to say that you got to be faithful over a few things, whatever it is that God has already given you, in order for God to make you ruler over many. Like me, for example, I can go take inventory of what it is that I have, because taking that inventory allows me to see what it is that I have. What am I going to do with what it is that God has already given me? Who's around me? Are they stealing anything? Did they take anything? What is their heart? What is their pure motive? What is their true intention? And if I'm asking God for more, how can I properly and successfully ask God for more if I have not done righteously with what it is that he has already given me? So instead of asking for more, what I want to share with y'all is to just stop for a minute and look at what it is that you have, even just your personal connections and relationship, even you, your autonomy. Like, don't let people turn you bitter just because they're mean and they're angry and they're vindictive and they want to spread rumors and talk and spread lies because of their jealousy. You still continue to vibrate in love. You still continue to shine on and to be love. Because it don't matter what they say, babe. They can't beat you. They can't whoop you. They can't change you. All they can do is hate. That's all they can do. And all they could do is get a whole bunch of little minions to come behind them with pitchforks and hate as well. But while they're busy hating in this bubble of hate, they're stuck in a portal on a hamster wheel. They can't go nowhere. But what are you doing in the process? You're evolving higher and higher and higher and higher. And while you're evolving, God is preparing a table before you in the presence of your enemies, because God's not going to let people harm and hurt and injure his remnant. And as long as you know without a shadow of a doubt in your heart, in your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, that God is still on the throne, if God is before you, who can be against you? What I truly know is that a lot of y'all out there, you don't know where to go. You're not prepared. You don't know what to do to prepare. I didn't make no moves, y'all. I've been, like I said, I've been fasting about this since I was 19, 40-day fast. I've been having dreams about it and premonitions since I was 8 years old. And all I know is that, when I came back from Budapest, we were working with realtors to move to Budapest. And then COVID happened and they shut down the borders and wouldn't let us go back to Budapest. And that's when God started sharing with me how he wanted me to move out of Chicago. But then when we went to go move out of Chicago, we got stopped and couldn't move anywhere at all. And then finally, when we were able to move anywhere, I ended up moving. And then for about 4 months, I kept getting outbid in the housing bubble crisis. And I don't care how perfect my credit is. I don't care how much of a down payment I had. I kept getting outbid. And finally, I just said, God, what do you want me to do? And he told me to, take what I had and to put that on land. And I decided to share it. What is so peaceful about where I'm at is being in a place where God has just given me such peace that surpasses all understanding. Being able to teach my daughter, about the naturalness of life, about nature, farming. The farm life is a whole nother life. Meeting other farmers, meeting people who are down to earth, meeting other mountaineers, because people of the mountain, they're on a whole nother system that is completely separate from the grid. But I notice that they're all honest people with integrity and love, and it's important for you to operate in integrity and love if you want to attract like-minded energies, is what I'm trying to say. Gypsy, don't be scratching in my video. Move and stop looking at me like I'm saying something wrong. Whatever. Hey, that little flea stuff does not work. What is it, that 30-day stuff? No, not in the mountains. What? What's Gypsy? Get off of me. You tripping. Gypsy, move. Gypsy, I'm in a video. Oh, God. Gypsy, really? Gypsy, I can't see the camera. Move. Gypsy. Gypsy. Anyways, continue to vibrate in love. Today, we're going to head back up to the river and go say some more prayers and chants and mantras And I can't even explain just what this life is like. It's totally night and day, especially from the city. And it doesn't matter, like, if I don't have any friends at all, because I have my family, and God has truly blessed me with the love of my life. And not blessed, because we blessed with nothing, but blessed me with the love of my life, and just a family of love, true partnerships, true relationships where I can't explain just, and I'm seeing a ladybug as I'm telling you this. So that's an omen as well. I guess the myth about the ladybugs is the ones with the spots on them, they bite. But the other ones, they don't. The ones with no spots, they don't bite. They never bit me, so, but that's what I heard. Anyways, so I shouldn't spread that rumor about the ladybugs, because I don't know if it's true or not. See how rumors get spreaded? And the ladybug flew off before I could say anything else negative about it. And that's what you're supposed to do about anybody in your life that wants to say something about negative about you. What is it that you were told to do? Shake the dust off of your feet. And that's all we can do. I literally go to the Bible for everything. For everything. For everything. There's a Bible scripture about it, and I stand on God's word, and I stand on the knowing that I feel free, because it is true. He who the Son sets free is free indeed. I don't care about anybody else's journey. I don't care about other gods that people are serving. I don't care what anyone says about me. I don't care what other people are doing. The only thing that matters to me is, am I vibrating holistically, harmonically in love? Because truth be told, that's the only movement. That's the true currency. That's the true energy shift. That's the true wealth. That's the true abundance. People are chasing the wealth and the riches of this world to try to be defined by people who hate them, who can't even stand them. They're working very hard for relationships to last, or for businesses or jobs or careers to last, or people to see who they are defined by their title, and those people hate them. They hate them because they hate themselves. So there's no way that they can possibly love them or respect them. Everybody's on this paper chase. But what I've truly learned is that the true currency is holistic love. Being harmonic in the now, walking in integrity and truth and bliss, and not hating on people just because you're jealous. Because it's a lot of energy to hate on Nubian Divine. I'm going to tell you, all right? No, it's a lot of energy. But what's even deeper about it is God says that he's going to handle that. So God's got it. And like God said, watch my life. Those who come against Nubian Divine, watch my life and watch their life, saith God. Then you will truly know the hand of God, and whose life the hand of God is upon, and whose life the hand of God is against. That, to me, that's better than a whole action movie. That's better than a power-packed Super Jam action superhero movie. Woo-wee!
That's better than the world's best granola bar.
That is better than the world's best granola bar. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna cut it short here. I love y'all. Just try to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. But most importantly, the lights are truly going out. Most importantly, the revolution will not be televised at all, because people have been telling lies to your vision for a long time. But what's even deeper about everything is, I hope y'all ready. And most importantly, hopefully you got your own leaves to wipe your assets with. And hopefully the leaf is not poison ivy. In the meantime, between time, I love y'all. I love yourself. Nubian Divine.